Moving on to round 3 in our mock draft coverage, I'm Sierra Goodwill here with Evan Lazar. While many people might think the Patriots might try to snag a quarterback in that first round, you have them picking one up here in round 3. Who is it and why do you like him?
Well, it's Jake Fromm from Georgia, and a lot of Patriots fans in my mentions not loving this pick, but let me try to sell them on it right now. And I understand if you watch Jake Fromm in 2019 at Georgia, it was not the best, right? His tape was a little bit off. He certainly lost a lot of his accuracy and poise in the pocket. These are things that a lot of people said about Jared Stidham from 2018 to 2019 during his Auburn career, was that 2018 was much better than 2019. So I'm doing the same thing the Patriots did with Stidham with Fromm. I'm going to bank on the fact that his freshman and sophomore tape is actually the player that we're getting and not the player that he was last year. And what that player is just an ultimate facilitator. He doesn't have the strongest arm, doesn't have a cannon or anything like that, but he just distributes the ball nicely to all of his playmakers and really lets those guys do the work. He's a point guard on a football field. And there's a lot to be said for that type of a game manager who's going to protect the football, who's going to make safe decisions with it, but is willing to push the ball down the field when the opportunity presents itself. He's a safe pick at the quarterback position. You know, you could have gone with guys with a higher ceiling at this point in the draft, like an Anthony Gordon potentially, or maybe you get back into the second round and start flirting with Jalen Hurts from Oklahoma a little bit. Those are certainly guys that have a little bit more arm talent, a little bit more athletic ability than Jake Fromm. But Fromm is like the perfect potential starter down the road, but he's definitely going to be a solid NFL backup, which I think if you're going to pencil Stidham in as the starter in 2020 is more the type of guy that you're looking for than really getting a guy that's going to start over Stidham instead.
Yeah, I think Belichick would lean towards a game manager than a risk taker, so that could definitely be an interesting pick. But the Patriots do have 3 total picks in that third round. Obviously, one of them you have them going with Fromm. The other 2, which positions do you see them addressing, and who do you like?
Well, they're going to address the wide receiver position and the offensive line at some point. But I want to start with the wide receiver that I have them taking, which is KJ Hill out of Ohio State. And I think the initial reaction to his 40 time at the combine was not positive. He ran a 4.6, which is not great, right? That's not exactly what you want to see out of an NFL wide receiver. But when you turn on the tape and watch his game, he's much more of a fast, twitchy type receiver than he is a guy that's going to be a burner over the top. He plays most of his snaps in the slot. He broke the Ohio State career record for receptions. He had 201 career receptions at Ohio State, running a route tree that's extremely similar to Julian Edelman's. A lot of option routes, a lot of quick outs, a lot of crossers, that type of kind of receiver, and he's just great at the top of the route. He understands route spacing and pacing. He understands how to get up on defensive backs and make them uncomfortable, and then he's got a really quick kind of snappy break about him when he starts to cut those horizontal routes off. So he's just a Patriots type of receiver, and he just eats. He just catches balls in the slot all day long, and that's just something that they have always done well with. I'm just kind of sick and tired of the big guys on the outside not working out for the Patriots. So I know that there are going to be a lot of mocks out there that have them taking someone like a Denzel Mims in the first round or a Michael Pittman out of USC. And those guys are talented players, but they've just never seemed to work out in this system. A guy like KJ Hill just gets open. He just knows how to create separation and fits a lot better what they want to do.
For all the rest of our mock draft content, head on over to our website at clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Patriots Press Pass.